Hello and welcome back to Living as Carmen with me, Carmen. This is my natural air-dried hair after taking out the braids. I washed it once. Yesterday I went outside and was in the pouring rain for like 15 minutes just meditating, and then I came and showered because I had grass everywhere, and this is the result of my hair after all that. Today is Spiritual Sunday. This is Spiritual Journey Talk number 3. So I take notes so I can stay focused, and I'm trying to make this about 12 minutes. So recap. Journey Talk 1 was about like self-love and acceptance. The second one was about letting stuff go and not giving a F about what other people think and just doing what you want to do. I decided to continue my relationship, starting fresh, starting new, and taking it slow and all of that. It is now 2016, about to start my bachelor's degree at Kutztown. At this time, I'm also working full-time. I'm going to school full-time. And it should be noted, I had my first job at like 15. But around 18, like my senior year of high school and on, like I always had a job. I was always working. I think the most I had was like 3 jobs at one time. So when I wasn't in school, I was always working. And then when I started school, I would continue to work. It was very school work. That's important later on. That's why I wanted to bring that up now. I graduated in 2017 with my bachelor's, and when I graduated with my bachelor's, I knew I was going straight to my master's program. I knew my school struggles once I was starting grad school, because when I started grad school, I went in there with a different mentality. Before graduating 2017, I was able to see where my faults were in 2016. So 2016, I'm about to be 26, starting bachelor's program. Again, awareness. Awareness is something that's gonna be common in all my segments. You need awareness to figure out that you're not loving yourself or accepting yourself. You need awareness just to know that there's stuff going on within you. And this is why awareness is so important. And it's hard. Like if you're not ready to call yourself out on your own BS, you're not ready for this journey. So back to school, my school struggles. So this past 8 years, I've been working, going to school and working multiple jobs, all of that. So in my undergrad, like one of my goals was, okay, I'm gonna graduate with a 4.0. I'm gonna graduate with a 4.0. That was one of my main goals for Kutztown. So I was going for special education. And like most, there aren't many minorities in the classroom. It's growing. But at the time, I think in a room full of, let's say, 25 students, you're lucky if you have 5 minorities in there. You're not, Latina, male, a person of color, any of that. Let her know in special education, which is a very specific umbrella under education. Even when you start your spiritual journey, not everything is gonna be fixed. All right, because nothing's ever fixed, right? It's always a process. It's a process of healing. It's a process of growing. It's a process of growth, and it's not linear. It's like this. It's everywhere. So please be mindful of that. Although I have opened this door, 2016 to 2017, since I was focused on work and school, I wasn't really practicing much. So, my faults in 2016 was, remember how my goal was to get a 4.0? I kind of tied my worth to that, right? Like, I need to get a 4.0. When I had exams, papers, projects, it was like, all right, I need to get this specific grade And I think that's the thing with goals, right? So what's your purpose of your goal? Is it so you feel valued and worth once you accomplish this goal? Or is it just to challenge yourself and to grow? Right? For myself, going a little bit within, being a minority in the classroom and stuff like that, I felt this is again, and it's crazy because you see how it connects. So remember, first or second spiritual talk, I spoke about how I developed this view of what my boyfriend wanted to be at a time. Now I'm taking almost that same concept and applying them to people. I'm thinking teachers think, my classmates think that I might be dumb because I'm Spanish in college. Like, I can't believe I did that. It sucks, and I think we all do it. I'm a counselor and I work with my clients. It's a cognitive distortion, right? So I'm making up what people are thinking about me, right? When in reality, deep down, that's how I might be thinking about myself. Self-love, self-acceptance, you see? I was still working on that in my undergrad. I needed to get a 4.0. I needed to get all these A's. I needed to get all these good grades because I'm not dumb. I felt like I had to prove myself. I remember one of my group projects, and I got like a B, and I literally got a panic attack. And it was something like, that's not what I call it. I had to leave the classroom. I started breathing heavy. I went to the bathroom and just cried. I was in there for like 5-10 minutes. Like just panting, crying, so upset, all of that. It was so intense, and that I was not going to let any of that be my mentality going into grad school. Like I said, I was working full time. So just balancing all of that, the lack of sleep and all of that was tough. And it starts to take a toll on you. I was working full time, trying to buy a house, going to school full time, trying to maintain a 4.0. 2017 came, I think we bought that house in March, graduated in May, so I made it. Unfortunately, I did not graduate with a 4.0. Oh, I did not. I graduated with like a 3.9 something. I graduated with a 3.9 something. Not a 4.0. But I still graduated summa cum laude or whatever, which I didn't even know was a thing until I made it. I also won some awards from like the education department. That was really special. So it was cool that, I was recognized for all my hard work and stuff like that. But I didn't want myself to attach my worth to it. And I think that's something that we tend to do a lot. We need to make an X amount of money to feel valued or worthy of something, of ourselves, or for others to value us. We need to have certain things, wear certain clothes. Reality, how's your soul? Tell me about your soul. Have you started your healing journey? That's what's real at the end of the day. So, house, graduation with my bachelor's, summa cum laude. 2 weeks later, I got engaged. I'm about to start my master's program. Everything's looking bright. The light is coming up, and it was beautiful. So I graduated in 2017. 26, about to turn 27 that November. So summer of 2017, after all this greatness happened, I went back ham on my spiritual journey. Like, that's when I started going to workshops. I started getting into energy work, the saging, the crystal. Like, that's when like it really got real. Like this is when I start learning words, what manifestation and law of attraction. That's when it began. The real kickoff is 2017. And that's where I'm gonna stop, because I already know this is probably longer than 10 minutes or 12 minutes. So what to take with you? This one's a hard one, but I would say the importance of awareness, because that's gonna be a common thing throughout all our spiritual talks. And number 2 might be just the goals that you have. What does it really mean to you? Is it for you to feel worthy and valued? Was it really for the challenge and the self-growth? I think that might be it. That might be it. If what's attached to it is like self-worth, then my beautiful people, it is time to start healing. All right, thank you for being here. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for sharing digital space with me. I will see you next time. Peace and love. Mwah.